Okay, so now going on to our second topic, which for me is the most interesting that I have, is simulations. Do you guys believe in the simulation theories and that we do live in a simulation or something like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
I
I
don't know.
think so. Apparently, it's actually pretty likely that we're in a simulation because, like, oh my God.
Just roll with it.
Cut that out. Wait, Josh, you talk about it. I
And
can't.
just leave that in, leave that
Yeah,
in.
yeah, we'll leave
I'll
that
leave
in.
it in.
So, Josh, what do you think about the simulation theories and all that?
I don't believe it. I think Liam says he does believe it. Um, I did a little bit of research and I found out about this thing called the zoo hypothesis or the zoo theory. And it's certain people believe that like really, really advanced alien civilizations are like watching us.
Yeah.
In the same way you go to the zoo to see fucking monkeys
Monkeys.
throwing the shite everywhere and all this. Yeah, put the hand up, say the monkeys. Um, these people believe that their civilizations are like watching us and seeing how we develop so they can learn themselves. But I would discredit that. I think is like if this was true and there was like multiple civilizations like looking over us for millions of years. How would they avoid interfering with our growth and our development? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the whole point is that they're not, to actively try not to interfere just to see what happens.
But how
They're
is there
trying
some
to.
sort of agreement that could last like millenniums? Uh, how does every single like leader of said civilization like advocate for not disrupting our civilization? No?
I don't know. They, so if I don't know, man, but like if they did all agree on it, then I don't know. I think it's just like I don't know what this.
You were saying though you were saying that you think it's real. You were saying you think we're
Yeah,
in a simulation.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying for certain, but I think there maybe is a good chance because if you think about it, like with like games and stuff, like that is a simulation, in a way. So like if that is able to happen, then it probably can happen on like a bigger scale, like a way bigger scale. But like I don't know for like the fucking like Sims for the aliens or something. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of on the same line as Liam. Like, I do, but I also don't believe like that we're in a simulation because there's so many things that have happened in my life where I joke about being like, oh, we're living in a simulation, but like there's literally been so many moments. Like I remember I got this T-shirt. I think it was 7 years ago. I got this T-shirt from leaving primary school, and it was and I've literally never worn this T-shirt ever. I got it that day, and I never wore it. Then I went running once, and I wore this T-shirt. 7 years later, I wear this t-shirt. The one time I ever wear this t-shirt is the one time I come across somebody from my primary school in 7 years. Like it was like the biggest coincidence ever. And I was just like, and as I'm running past this person and I say hello, there's two cars like just behind it that were about to leave. And they were about to drive on the road, and it was the exact same car. It was like a smart car, two smart cars, the exact same cars with two women driving, probably around their 20s. So we're both around the same age. With that both put their seatbelts down at the same time. It sounds like the weirdest, most like the biggest coincidence ever. And they both drive out at the exact same time. And it was like I was literally like for the rest of my run, I was just like wondering like what just happened because it was like the weirdest thing that I've like ever seen happen on the one day I
Bro,
wear this t-shirt.
two women drivers, bro. I swear.
No,
I
no,
swear
but
bro,
it was
two
just the
women
fact that they
drivers.
did everything exactly the same, and they both had this that same car, looked basically the same, like same haircut, both around the same age, and did like the exact same thing at the exact same time. It was like the weirdest
Yeah,
coincidence
I'd have an
ever.
argument for I'd have an argument for it not being simulation. So I assume that that's an argument for like glitch in the system. Let's say.
Yeah, like it's just like such a coincidence that it would happen, like right as I'm there.
For us, from in my opinion, I don't think it's that we're in a simulation because uh I think there's so many things that happen in day to day life that wouldn't even bother being programmed into a simulation. Like for example, the time I don't know if you remember, we were walking back from school and our friend Finton decided to jump on uh, co-star Finn's back, and his trousers just burst wide open, and it was the one day he was wearing orange pants, and everyone was staring at him and laughing. You know what I mean? Why would that be programmed into the simulation?
You never know. Maybe the aliens, they like to see that kind of shit happen. Like, maybe they didn't program it specifically, but they programmed Finton to be a certain way. And in his programming, that's in his DNA to like one day jump on Finn's back and
Yeah.
rip his trousers.
I just think
So
that's so
yeah,
specific, you know?
And I was gonna say there was another thing that I saw about like these coincidences for simulations, and it was like all these photos, and it was like there was one which was two runners. They were running. They both had like two big afros with the same t-shirt, same shorts, and same shoes, running right beside each other. Now, obviously, you can argue that they were just doing that, like they were just doing it. They actually like meant to do that and to wear the same clothes, and they're probably like siblings or something like that. But it was pretty weird. And then there was another one which was there's a photo. Obviously, all these can just be staged, but there's two cars, two I think it was black Hyundai, same model, with the exact same license plate right beside each other at a public car park. And then there was also another photo, and it was like sort of like Eddie Rockets kind of thing, and it was like three, like the boots where you have your food, and it was like three elderly women which all had light green like kind of blouses on. So they all had light green blouses, and they were sitting on the right side of the booths. And then there was four, no, not four men, three men with all three red vests, and they all were around like 70s. So it's literally like three of the exact same booths.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
And I was just like,
To be fair,
I mean, it could always just be a coincidence, and they just did it for a photo. But it's so weird that it was so specific, especially, and also with the license plate that they would have the exact same license plate, exact same car, exact same model, right beside each other at that exact moment. Like it's the weirdest thing to happen.
yeah, no, but linking back to your mention of Eddie Rockets, and this would also tie into simulation not being a thing, was like in terms of our simulations not being programmed to follow a specific way. Like I think it's too um, specific and detailed. Because one time I was in Eddie Rockets and I got the what's it called, the chicken bite thing, and I get the buffalo sauce or whatever, and I had the drink as well. And then like the waiter put it down in front of us, uh, myself and my girlfriend, and I turned to her, and and I did a big fart like, and then the restaurant looked at me, and I turned to her and I said blasting off in Eddie Rockets, and immediately after saying that, I went to grab my drink and I swung. I knocked my drink all over my food and all over the table, so I'd ruined my meal after embarrassing myself in front of the entire restaurant. And then the waiter came over, and he stunk pretty bad. He came over and he took the food away and gave me a really dirty look and didn't give me any more food. And I think that's too specific to have been programmed into a
I
simulation.
don't think that's a problem with the simulation. I think it's just you being an idiot.
I think it's a problem with your programming. Like, it's in your programming to be that way.
To just say
Like,
blast off. You're wrong.
like, there's probably like a piece of code somewhere in Josh's DNA, and it says like, slash say blast off or whatever when fart. So
So you're arguing that like
Mm.
since I was born, since I was edited and copied and pasted, I've had this in my DNA
yeah,
to one day go into an Eddie Rockets and fart all over the restaurant.
yeah. It's like
I mean, I can. Know what you saying?
it's kind of like a command, if Josh enters Eddie Rockets, then it activates, the command.
Commander
Blast
Rockets.
off.
No, know, like I can go on forever and list all these really weird, specific, embarrassing things that have happened to me. But I just think that those arguments in and of themselves are just reasons that we're not in a simulation. You get me?
That moment was pretty funny. That moment is pretty funny, but I don't think it has anything to do with the simulation theory.
No, I'm arguing that
I think
it's
it is.
not. We're not in a simulation because
It's better than any
like a
rockets.
scenario like that, so specific and detailed, it contributes to the development of humanity in no shape or form whatsoever. So I don't know why it'd be programmed for me to have done that. Is what I'm saying.
Mm.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe they're trying to correct their own mistakes, and they saw that you fired in 80 rockets, and now they know not to fire in 80 rockets, and they get a job and be embarrassed.
Like live and learn. Like this is the
Yeah.
beta stages of the program. Like
Yeah, exactly.